Welcome back to How to Become a Freelancer in 30 Days. This is Anthony Chatfield, and today on day 27, we are going to talk about targeting a project for your downtime. You're going to have some extra time, especially if you start doing this full-time at any point, and that time is extremely useful. It's something you can use to promote your efforts and work on any number of projects in your spare time. So the goals today are going to talk about evaluating opportunities you can use to generate passive income, and passive income is revenue that comes in whether you're working or not. So for example, if you wrote a book, you could make money on that book forever as people buy it off Amazon or wherever it is. Those kinds of opportunities can help grow your income and open up new opportunities that don't require you to just sit down and write or develop or design all day. What is your ultimate goal in business and life? I hope you know this. I hope that you've already thought about this. I hope that's the reason you're here. But if you haven't, now's the time to start thinking about what you want to get out of all this and kind of how these passive behind the scenes efforts can help make it a reality. And then exploring your first opportunity to determine next steps. We'll talk about how to get started with all of this. All right. So there is a risk to downtime. This is, being in all honesty here, if you go free full time or if you set aside a certain amount of time every week, you're going to have stress the second that you run out of work to do. I know I certainly did. Even if I had worked steadily for 7, 8, 9 weeks and I got ahead on income, I would immediately get stressed out the moment that I started to fall behind. But if without any plans, all I would do is bid and then waste time distracting myself. I would mess around on websites or, write things that weren't very useful or even work on side projects, but I wouldn't really have a plan for what to do with them. And what that all meant in the end is that I didn't know what to do to keep moving forward with my income. What you can do, however, is leverage that time to create smarter opportunities for yourself. Your time is worth money. If you use it when it's available and you use it wisely, you can succeed even greater than you currently are. So that's what we're going to talk about. There are a lot of different things you can do with the downtime. So here are some examples just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. You kind of want to avoid any really big projects to get started. You want to aim kind of for that sweet spot of the 5 to 10 hour projects. And I'll talk a little bit more about some of the stuff I've done that fits into that range. And I'm actually working on a kind of a case study series right now of those 5-hour projects with some checklists so you can see exactly how those things work. If they're not up while you're watching this, make sure you shoot me a message if you want to learn more about it. And I'll make sure I put you on the list. So as soon as they're ready, you can get those case studies first. All right, so project ideas. Write a free reporter ebook. If it's free, you can use it to build your email list, which is going to help you do a bunch of other stuff down the line. Create a podcast or short video. This is actually a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun as well. It really depends on where your skills are. I do a lot of podcasting. I enjoy it immensely, but it's time consuming. And if you don't have the skills or the software already in place, it may be something you want to jump into right away. Go meet people and build your network. Ideally you already have that one networking event scheduled for the month. Add more if you have the time for it. Those things always pay off in the end. Blog and comment on other blogs. You can add more blogging to your schedule. If you're blogging once a week, try doing twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever it takes. Start building out that network. Create an affiliate site for a product you like. A lot of products online have programs where you can, if you refer traffic and somebody purchases that product, you will make a little bit of money. Amazon actually has this as well. So if there's something out there that you really, really enjoy or want to write about or want to talk about, this is a great way to make some money doing it. And then write reviews or record videos about products you like. Even if it's not an affiliate situation, this will help you build authority and get traffic to your website. And it's going to help you kind of become an authority on the topics in that range. I've written a handful of times about different productivity and to-do apps, and I regularly get people sending me, trials and licenses for these apps so I can try them out and talk about them on my blog. So here are some things that I've done personally. At the top of the list is Amazon Kindle. I'm a writer. I can write a lot really quickly, so this is kind of where I've always focused my energy when I have free time. Most recently, to recording this, I wrote a book called Trust Your To-Do List, 37 Tips to Boost Productivity Daily, and it did very well for me. It was only about 25 pages, but to date it has over 6,000 downloads after just a couple weeks, honestly. that's something that's really easy to do. This is going to be probably the first case study in that series I was talking about, so stay tuned for that if you want to learn how I did that. But that was probably a 5 to 10 hour project. So it was something I did in my spare time recently, while working, and it was something that I enjoyed and had fun doing. It was a nice marketing experiment. It's not going to make me a fortune. It's a few extra bucks every month, but it worked, and that's the fun part. Like, it was revenue that came out of that. Affiliate marketing sites, I've done a few of these. These are a lot harder to get started because you have to get traffic to them as well. So if you're really interested in the SEO side of things and want to generate traffic through search engines, this is probably the way to go for you. I also generated PLR, that's private label rights products. Basically, it's articles anybody can take and use without copyright issues. So people are paying a license for it. If you are a writer, that's what you would create. If you are a developer, you might create a plugin or a theme that somebody could download a license for. If you're a designer, you might create stock photography or stock illustrations that you can load up on sites like iStock. All of these things are recurring revenue. Once you create it, it'll keep generating revenue as long as people buy it. And then online training courses. Basically, this thing, what you're watching right now, was another side project from my spare time. So these are all things that I do when I have the time, just trying to invest in myself and invest in my future and build something that can generate revenue over time. So what's the value in all this work? Your short-term income might be small. You're not going to make a fortune writing a 25-page book for Kindle, but your efforts will last forever. So that book's going to be on Kindle for the rest of time. Right now, it averages about 5 downloads a day. If it keeps doing that, that's a couple $1,000s a year. It might not keep doing that, but for a 5 to 10 hour investment, even if it only lasts for 3 to 4 months, that's great. I'm happy. 1 month of work, 1 month of results on that, and I'm happy. It allows you to leverage what you create to generate income, and it will continue while you're inactive. So same idea there. It's going to keep making money even after you're done. You don't have to keep promoting it. You don't have to do any more writing. You certainly can. That's only going to help. But when you're done, you're done. It's going to keep generating revenue. And it's a great way to grow your network and control your brand. If you're proud of what you do and you put your name on it, it's going to get out there. People are going to find it. It's going to help you build your brand and start reaching new people. All right. And at the same time, because you're doing all that, it's going to show you to new prospects, even when you're not actively marketing. People will find you. They'll find your website. They'll find your content. That's the key, is to keep building that network through the work you're doing. So for today, create a list of potential projects for the next time you have no work. Set some goals for what you want to do with that downtime. And don't expect a miracle overnight. Honestly, freelancing is going to be your primary income source from these side projects for a while. Any passive income source that you generate is not going to blow up overnight. But there are a lot of small, easy projects you can get off the ground relatively quickly. And again, just make sure, sign up for that email list or shoot me an email about those case studies. They are very interesting to see exactly how you can get something up in just a few hours. And I will give you the checklist and everything that goes with it so you can see exactly how I did it. All right, so that's everything for today. Leave any questions or comments below. Make sure you shoot me an email if you're interested in those case studies. And if you haven't yet, please leave a review for the program. I'd love your feedback. All right, that's it for today. I will talk to you again tomorrow.